Yo, I know I'm a couple days late, or maybe a day late, I don't know. But we got some news. So, we got breaking 9-time NBA All-Star Damian Lillard is finalizing a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Portland Trail Blazers, sources tell ESPN. Deal is expected to include a player option in the 2027-28 season and a no-trade clause, a storybook reunion home for the 35-year-old. Now, I'm not gonna lie. It's not bad, you know what I'm saying? Like 42 for 3 years. Hold on, let's see what's the math on that. 42 divided by 3. Yeah, he's only making $14 million from the Trailblazers, but he's also getting money from the Bucks because they cut him, and you know you got to pay him when you cut him. So he making probably 50-60 mil really. If he signed a deal this low, he got to be having money on the back end from the Bucks. But I'm not gonna lie, man, this not bad. Now he probably ain't gonna play because I think he's pretty sure he like tore his Achilles or something. He did something, but yeah, it's not bad. Let's see what they're talking about.
Damian Lillard is headed back to Portland on a 3-year, $42 million deal. Remember 2 years ago when he wanted out of Portland? Then he got traded to the Bucks, and now after being waived by Milwaukee with an opportunity to go anywhere he wanted, Damian Lillard is heading back to where he started. For more on this Houston.
Crazy. I didn't even think about that. He wanted to leave there because they were trash. Then they got the stuff that he left for. Turned around and came back with the stuff that they got for him. So, hey, I mean, at this point, bro, I feel like he fine with not winning the ring. He fine with, you know what I'm saying? Because, dog, he ain't winning nothing with the Trailblazers. I'll be real.
News, we now welcome in Shams Charania. Shams, this is one of the more surprising stories, at least to me. Dame Lillard left Portland about 2 years ago to pursue a championship. Now he's going back to a Portland team that's not quite on that championship path just yet. So why did he decide to go back?
Ryan, being home in Portland, being back with his 3 kids was by far the biggest, most important factor in Damian Lillard deciding to return and re-sign with the Trailblazers. He was going to spend the year rehabbing his Achilles tear in the Portland area anyways. So returning to the Blazers franchise, even though he requested a trade just 2 years ago, was something he deeply cared about. And Boston.
Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense. He was gonna be over there anyways. So if they offer me something, I might as well. You know what I'm saying? Okay, that makes sense. But it's still like, bro, like I don't know if it's just me, but it's like, okay, you said you wanted to leave, and then you left because the team wasn't good or as good as you thought they should have been, but then you came back. So I don't know. And then you signed a 3-year deal. You know what I'm saying? I can understand it was like 1 year, 2 years, but 3 years, by the end of that deal, you gonna be gone and retired. So like I don't know. Cause I mean, it just don't make sense. Like, it don't make sense. Now I understand the part where he said he gonna be in the area. That helps, but it's like if you left because they weren't good in the first place, then what make you think they gonna be good when you come back? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Minnesota, dozens of other teams had minimum and mid-level exception offers out to Damian Lillard in the last several weeks, but I'm told Lillard, as well as Joe Cronin, the Blazers GM, head coach Chauncey Billups, they all met at Damian Lillard's home in recent weeks and figured out how they were going to bond and reunite and move forward on a deal. 3 years, $42 million. He has a player option in the 3rd year as well. And now him and LeBron, the only players in the NBA now with a full no-trade clause. And next year, Ryan, Damian Lillard will make $70 million between his Bucks and
$70 million? So hold on, because we just did the math earlier. The Trailblazers are only paying him $14 million. So the Milwaukee Bucks, what's 14? 57? 57? Yeah. No, 56. The Milwaukee Bucks are paying him $56 million. And he's not even playing there, bro. Like, it sounds like a Madden franchise when you cut a player or trade him because he's making too much money, and then your cap is cooked. Like, dog, they essentially cut Lillard so they could get Miles Turner and keep Kuzma. Like, oh man, the Bucks suck, bro. Giannis, bro, just request that trade, bro. Just request that trade, dog.
And Blazers salaries in the next 2 years, he'll be at $140 million combined in salaries.
Wow, that is huge. And you know what? I know a lot of times we say, hey, people should be championship or bust. I can certainly understand the idea of wanting to return home to where your family is. So what's the timeline for Dame's return?
January.
Ryan, Damian Lillard is expected to use the entire 2025-26 season to rehab the Achilles tear and then return for the Portland Trail Blazers, make his reunion and return in that arena in 2026-27 ahead of a player option that he'll have the summer of 2027. So now Damian Lillard is going to be in Portland. He'll be able to rehab there, spend time in the community there, be a leader for a young roster. And Portland was 22-18 to end last season. They were a top 5 defensive team as well. And so this is a team that's clearly rebuilding, retooling. And think, just 2 years ago, they traded Damian Lillard for Jrue Holiday. Then they traded Jrue Holiday away for more assets. Now they have Damian Lillard, Jrue Holiday, and all these players and assets they've been able to build up and deepen this team.
That is a great point. This is a team on the come up, and now they got Dame Lillard in the fold. Shams, thanks so much with the latest on Dame. Appreciate it.
Ryan, going to be exciting to see him back out there when he's healthy. But let's take a look back at some of his best moments from his 11 seasons there. 2014, the game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer. 2014. Back at some of his best moments from his 11 seasons there.
Harden. I knew it. Look. Watch the defense Harden play.
He's healthy, but
there's 0.9 seconds on the clock. There's not a chance he could catch this ball and pass it. So whatever he does, he gotta shoot it. So Harden, you see he's coming off a double screen. Now you put Beverly there to switch to get Chandler Parsons off of him because Chandler Parsons isn't the ideal defender in this situation over Damian Lillard. So if you see he's coming off the double screen, look at where my mouse is. He's coming off the double screen. All he has time to do is shoot the ball. Then how do you not say, you know what, he not touching it? So let me help him.
Let's take a look back at some of his best.
What are you doing? 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 The ball ain't even inbounded yet, but it's a wide open three. It's a wide open three because James Harden doesn't want to play defense.
Moments.
Look at this. Wide open. This is practice. This is practice. And now look at Harden.
From his 11 seasons there. 2014, the
hands on the hips. I guess what you could have did. You could have helped right there, dog. Now I know this video isn't about James Harden, but bro, he just be cooking himself sometimes. Like he be doing stuff that just be like, do you even want to win a ring at this point? Like, now granted this was early, this is 2014, but bro, like this is the Trailblazers we're talking about here. They got Wesley Matthews, I'm pretty sure, on the court somewhere. Like, dog. All you had to do was just help on the screen. You see he getting hit by that double screen. He wide open. All you got to do is help.
Best moments from his 11 seasons there.
The teammate passed the ball late.
There when he's healthy, but let's take a look back at some of his best moments.
He could have passed it right there. But he
moments from his 11
and then boom.
11 seasons there. 2014, the game-winning three-pointer at the buzzer as they were down 2. They win the series 4-2 to advance to the second round. Here's Mike Tirico on the call.
A 3 wins the series. It's Lillard. He got the shot off. Lillard, good! And the Blazers win the series for the first time in 14 years.
Yeah, you're going to see more of that. April 23rd, 2019, Western Conference first round Thunder Blazers. Game tied at 1:15 under 7 seconds to play. Dame dribbling, deep 3 at the buzzer.
I'm not even going to lie, you can't even be mad at that, bro. Like, look at where he's shooting from.
15 under 7 seconds to play.
Like, look at where he's at. I ain't gonna lie. The only person I'm really guarding tight like that right there is Curry. But, I mean, at that time. But, bro, look at where he's shooting at, dog. Like, that is a bad shot. He just made it. Like,
Game dribbling, deep three at the buzzer, and it's good. Waving goodbye to the Thunder, because didn't just win the game, but won the series. Portland advances, and here's Brian Anderson on the call.
I wouldn't have guarded him that
A chance to send the Thunder home.
No. I don't care how much time on the clock. You gonna have to make that. I'm not guarding you. And then look how much time he had. He had like 4 seconds, 5 seconds. He was sizing up, so he knew he was gonna shoot from that far. If I play him tight, he might get by me. So like, no.
Lillard, long range three.
I mean, that's a bad shot.
It's terrible.
I don't care what anybody says. That's a bad shot.
It's terrible.
But hey, he made it.
There's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of talk and all this stuff, and that was the last word. That was having the last word.
It sure was. And from the last word to his last season, February 26, 2023, last season until next season anyways, and the season after that. 41 points starting off this game, 8 threes, Ryan, just at the half. Finished this game with a career high, remember this, 71 points, went 22 for 38, 13 for 22 from 3, and a perfect 14 for 14 at the free throw line. Trailblazers defeat the Rockets 131-114, and he scored 71.
And all those great moments and highlights don't come without racking up some serious stats. Lillard's the Blazers' all-time leading scorer with almost 20,000 points and has the most three-pointers in franchise history, too. And while he won't likely suit up next season, he's well within reach of the Blazers' records for assists and games played.
Hey, man. Lillard back to the Blazers. All right, so this their roster. Let me see if I can put it in order. All right, here we go. All right, never mind. We just going. All right, so they got Denny from the Wizards. He's nice. I feel like a couple more years of development, he'd be a solid 21, 6, and 4 type of guy. And then this Banton dude, I think, no. Yeah, the Banton dude, he the athletic one, I'm pretty sure. And then this Kamara dude, he like one of the best defenders in the league. I'm not gonna lie, like he up there. I give him top 10. Klingon is decent. Jeremy Grant been there forever. This the Chinese Jokic they drafted. They still got Scoot. They got Drew Holiday. Dang, how is this gonna work? Scoot and Drew Holiday. Well, I mean, Drew Holiday could shoot and pass and play defense, and then Scoot could just run to the rim, I guess. They got Lillard, obviously. They got Caleb Love. Now, Caleb Love was my favorite college player of all time. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to wish him success. Hopefully he gets minutes next year, because from what I'm looking at, the only guards that's going to play over him is the Banton dude, probably this Sissoko dude, Scoot, Drew, and maybe Ryan Rupert. I don't know. But hey man, I feel like this team probably still gonna be in the lottery. You know what I'm saying? Just cause like the West too good, bro. Like the West just too good, bro. But hey, that's that on that. And now, I need to take a walk. Whew. The greatest wide receiver of all time. No doubt about it. He is the greatest wide receiver ever. The best wide receiver in the NFL right now. Definitely would have been better than Jamar Chase last year if he wouldn't have got hurt, but that's a topic for another day. So, a lot of people probably know this already. But, 2024 off season, about last year before the season started, got into a car crash, you know what I'm saying, speeding, driving on the highway, you know, doing that. And then he left the scene. I'm pretty sure leaving the scene is what got him in trouble. But, yeah, he left the scene, and now they're saying Dallas County judge just sentenced Rashee Rice to 5 years probation, 30 days of jail time. That can be served during those 5 years stemming for his role in the multi-car crash in Dallas during the 2024 offseason. So now with that judge ruling, the NFL is probably going to suspend him. Now, realistically, I'd probably give it 6 to 8 games. I feel like they're not gonna suspend him the whole season, especially not for speeding. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody got hurt. You know what I'm saying? Nobody died. So I'd give it 6 to 8 games. You know what I'm saying? 8 to be on the high end side, 6 on the regular side. No lower than 6 though. I don't think it's gonna be lower than 6. But hey, man, I don't know, bro. It's just, I don't know. It's unfortunate because, you know, we missed him most of last year, and then expecting him to be here first day this year, but due to the situation, he probably gonna get suspended half the season. So hey, man, I don't know, but we're gonna see what they're talking about.
Live from New York, it's a show that's back from watching cards.
Come on, man.
I mean,
Come on.
when
Brew is inspiring young and, I guess, all ages men, we don't say Brew's back from talking. We give it the gravity that it deserves.
But it's cards.
I was broadcasting.
He was playing cards.
I wasn't playing cards.
I know, we're
watching cards and doing what people do when they watch cards. Talk about
I was broadcasting the crown jewel of the gambling world.
I know, but when I was watching the final table, what did I say to you?
That I wasn't talking
You
enough.
weren't talking enough. I'm like, when is this guy
Really?
going to talk?
Well,
I can't even fathom, Nick.
I watched the whole thing waiting.
Gotta
I'm like,
lay out.
it's
I'm
going to
not the star
happen.
of that.
Guess what?
The
He was on the
athletes are
desk.
star. I was doing some play-by-play, some on
Get to the point.
Okay.
Rice, we're starting with serious news.
Yeah. Tough session.
Rashee Rice pleads guilty to racing his car that resulted in a Dallas crash in 2024. He receives 5 years probation and 30 days jail time that can be served in the next 5 years. Schefter reporting that he is now likely to receive a multi-game suspension. Rashee Rice released this statement. There has been a lot of sleepless nights thinking about the damages that my actions caused, and I will continue working within my means to make sure that everyone impacted will be made whole. I fully apologize for the harm I caused to innocent drivers and their.
Oh my gosh, bro. I don't want to hear this, bro.
Families, Nick, your reaction.
Hey, bro.
I think Rashee Rice is incredibly lucky 3 times over. And I think that, listen, so he's going to do 30 days in jail at some point. He's going to have 5 years probation. You got to stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? So that's a real thing. And he still got incredibly lucky. The penalty from the courts could have been far more severe. The injuries he sustained, which were none, could in the accident could have been obviously could have killed him, could have been career-ending, whatever. And the injuries, the innocent people who just happened to be on the road sustained could have been far more severe. It was as reckless as one can be, really behind the wheel sober, and got very, very lucky. And so now, is it going to have an impact on the Chiefs? Yeah. Is it going to is the hardest part of their schedule the very beginning, where I expect he's definitely going to miss the Chargers and Philly game. He might also miss the Giants and Ravens game, and it maybe even extends to where he misses the Jags and Lions game.
Nah. Oh, what did I do? Okay. I'll say he missed. Yikes. I mean, we're not gonna need him for the Chargers or the Giants or the Jaguars, or maybe even the Lions or the Raiders. I'd say he'll be back by week 8 or week 9. No way they give him a suspension longer than these 2 games over here. No way. No way. There's no way. And now people gonna be like, oh, it's glazed. Oh, the Chiefs are getting glazed by the NFL. Like, I was talking to my homeboy about it. Was it yesterday? It was either yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. He was saying, oh, he should be kicked out of the league because, like, he put people's lives at risk. And yes, he did put people's lives at risk. But he was comparing it to the Henry Ruggs situation. And I was saying, like, no, you can't compare it to the Henry Ruggs situation because Henry Ruggs was under the influence. So he was driving under the influence, right? And he killed somebody. So that's 2 different situations. The reason Henry Ruggs had to do all that jail time is because he did 2 felonies, driving under the influence, and he killed somebody. Rashee Rice, he just was doing reckless stuff, reckless driving, and left the scene. That's how he got cooked. Now, fortunately for Rashee Rice, nobody got hurt, nobody died. But I mean, you can't say, oh well, he gets glazed because he's on the Chiefs. But it's like, dog, like, I mean, any normal person would have probably received that same thing he got. Now it's probably less severe just because of his status and you know what I'm saying, his celebrity, I guess you could say. But I mean, just reckless driving, you know what I'm saying, and crashing cars and stuff is he got what he deserved. You know what I'm saying? He got what he deserved. But to say he should have been kicked out the league, that's just a stretch. And I feel like that's just Chiefs hate. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta really do some bad stuff to get kicked out the league. Like, and that isn't kicked out the league worthy. Now suspension, yes. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I said suspension, I'd probably give it to week 8, week 9. That's when he should come back. But kicked out the league, that's a stretch. Now if they suspend him the whole season, then they're dragging it. They're dragging it for surely. But I don't know, man. We gonna see. I don't know, but I don't feel like he should have been kicked out the league though. Like that's a stretch.
4 games is probably what you would expect. 6 would certainly be on the board, and I just think he's already paid $1 million in restitution plus $100,000 in like other people's legal fees. He's gonna lose out on maybe $500,000 in salary, whatever it is, and I just hope he knows that this is still like the best possible outcome for him.
I'm going to pull a Nick Wright. See that?
Oh, see?
It's my chicken scratch. You might not be able to read it. It says incredibly lucky.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Like he is, not just because he didn't kill himself or somebody else, but what he did, as you said, is the height of recklessness and irresponsibility.
Thanks.
Like, he broke the social contract.
That's right.
That we all have. Like, there's a social contract that when I leave the building tonight and walk to my car, nobody's just gonna come up and sucker punch me. Right. Like, I know it happens, but that's when you're a criminal and you pay for it. But that's the social contract. And drag racing is always reckless and dangerous and all that. But when you watch that video, it's the middle of the day,
Yeah,
traffic. There's
yeah.
traffic. Can you imagine driving home tonight and just 2 cars going 100 miles an hour just all of a sudden come?
But I will say though, I have been in the car going 100. Now, granted, it wasn't nowhere near as much traffic as that. But I ain't gonna lie, when you're in for me, when you're in a car going 100, it don't feel like 100. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't feel like you going fast. Like, because on the highway, people go like 80, 85, 90, you know what I'm saying? So when you going 100, like, it don't feel fast compared to other cars, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all all going about the same speed. So I don't feel like he was going just 100. He had to been doing like 110, 120, like, because 100 ain't that fast on the highway, especially. Like, unless it was just crazy traffic, he was swerving in and out of lanes. That's the only thing I could think of.
I mean, fortunately, nobody was killed. But this is a slap on the wrist. For all the penalties you just mentioned this is a slap on the wrist. And then there's some reports that the Chiefs are expecting around 4 games, as you kind of mentioned. He'd be fortunate if it's 4. Like, it could easily be half the.
4 games might be like the lightest penalty he could get. Because like 4 games, that'll be the Ravens game. I don't see them giving him that little of a sentence. You know what I'm saying? 4 games is probably what Jordan Addison gonna get. Maybe Jordan Addison might even get less, honestly. But 4 games, no. I say maybe 6. Maybe 6. 1/3 of the season. I'll give him 6. I'll give him 6.
And it would be justified because this was just terrible what happened, and it can't happen again. So hopefully he really is sincere in his apology and has learned from this. But look, he's a great wide receiver, and you hope he learned from his mistake. Fortunately, there were no deaths, and whatever he gets is justified to me as far as suspension.
Okay.
Join eToro's.
All right, well, that's the end of that section. Now for me, I honestly feel like the suspension and the probation, especially for 5 years, that's actually like a blessing in disguise. Because think about it now, he got a probation officer, right? So he can't get in no trouble whatsoever. So now we finna have basically a wide receiver that can't do nothing but wake up, go to practice, train, go to the games, and go home. Now, somebody with that type of schedule and freaking work ethic, we gonna have a monster. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying. What? I don't see him. Okay, whatever. Anyway, yeah. Oh, there you go, right there. But yeah, like somebody with that type of work ethic and freaking the schedule he finna have, he ain't gonna have nothing to do but get better. And that's all we can ask for. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he take it to advantage. But I feel like the team was expecting him to get suspended or expecting a verdict or whatever from the judge because they went out and got Jalen Royals. And him and Jalen Royals have a similar play style. So at first when it happened, I was like, how they gonna mesh? You know, they kind of do the same thing. But now with the suspension definitely incoming, it's like, all right, they got Jalen Royals. He can fill that same gap. Now, he might not do it as good, but he can fill that same gap. So, I mean, I feel like the team going to still be rolling. Like, they saying Kelsey back in shape, you know what I'm saying? So, I hope that's true. Worthy, you know what I'm saying? He's still progressing and still getting better. Juju still there. We got Jalen Royals. We got Hollywood, fully healthy season. We got Badger. Badger is good outside. I heard about him. Pacheco fully healthy, you know what I'm saying? We got I ain't gonna lie, running back room is kind of mid right now, but hopefully I'm proven wrong. The offensive line, I don't know who finna play left guard, but not him. Please, not him. Hopefully they put Kingsley at starting left guard, and then we'll be straight. We got Josh Simmons. Defense, we got a top 5 defense, obviously. That ain't gonna change. So yeah, I mean, I feel like we still gonna be good. Even if, let's say, worst case scenario, they do suspend him the whole season. I still feel like we'll be an AFC championship team because, let's see. Hold on, let me look at the NFL team. Look at the NFL teams. Hold up, where the teams at? All right, let's look at the AFC. In the AFC, the only competition we got in the AFC is the Bills, the Ravens, and that's it. The Bills and the Ravens. Now, I don't believe Cincinnati will win enough games to make it that far. You know what I'm saying? If they do make the playoffs, they'll probably play one of these two. I don't think we'll be the first seed again, but I do feel like we'll be a top 3 seed. We'll probably go like 12-5, 13-4, somewhere around there. And I don't believe they'll win that many games. So I don't consider them that comp, especially because their defense sucks and they haven't paid their rookie yet. So I don't know. But that's the only comp we got in the AFC. Like Texans, not scared. Dolphins, never scared. We run the AFC West. I ain't scared of nobody in the West. Like Jaguars, not scared. You know what I'm saying? So we run the AFC. So we good. It's just these boys right here. Well, hold on. Them and the Lions. I feel like the Lions probably gonna bounce back better this year. But these the only two teams I'm really worried about. These the only, especially them. But and Dallas probably would be nice too. And the Commanders, well, they probably gonna have 3 teams in the playoffs. But hey, I don't know, bro. I feel like we gonna be solid. We gonna be good. I feel like we still the Chiefs. We still got the best quarterback in the league. Despite what people might say, he's the best quarterback in the league. When it's time to win, guess who wins? Aside from last year. But hey, man, I don't know. That's I don't know. It sucks because, especially last year, there were games where it was like, okay, we had Rashee Rice, we'll probably blow this team out. Because the first 3 weeks of the season, he was a top 5 receiver in the league. He was leading category. Well, he was top 5 in yards, catches, touchdowns, run after catch, like yards after catch. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was dominating, bro. Then he got hurt. Especially that Falcons game. He was going crazy. But hey, man, I mean, I don't know. We'll hopefully, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully he could bounce back and freaking lock in on life and just chill, you know what I'm saying? Because we sure do need him. Because imagine Hollywood, Xavier Worthy, and Rashee Rice on the field at the same time. How can you guard them? Because Hollywood, he's fast too. Now, he's not as fast as Xavier Worthy, but he's still fast. And then you got Rashee Rice coming up the middle. You got Kelsey coming up the middle. Like, you can't guard everybody. Somebody going to be open. You know what I'm saying? So, we just gonna have to see. I give it till week. I give it till trade deadline. Because isn't trade deadline like week 9 or something? Somewhere around there. He'll be back before trade deadline. If not that same week. But we'll see. I don't know. We'll see.